Hey everybody, it's Arthur from season 11, and I had to come today and do an actual video response of what I thought about last night's episode, season 13. I believe it was episode 5. And I just want to start off by saying congratulations to the Aqua team because, there's not very many positive things I have to say today. So I want to start it out with something really positive. It took me a while to think of something positive I could gain out of last week. But first thing is, I want to say congratulations to the Aqua team for making it back to the ranch. Uh, that is always one of the hardest things for people to do. I remember the white team. Nobody knew about them at all during our season, and then poof, all of a sudden they were there. People remember them from the finals week, but it was like, wow. I remember being at home. I had just been eliminated, and NBC.com messed up, and they put a flash of some white team, and we were like, what? Who's this white team? So, it's always hard, and kudos to the Aqua team for making it in. And then that's pretty much all the positive I got to say about last night's episode. And I'm not saying that there wasn't, because I'm sure there was, some other positives there. But all that got overshadowed by really, I don't know any polite way to say it, but Conda and Kim, KC, you know, I mean, I was, I'm trying to keep it diplomatically. I'm trying to, take in all the, that I'm going to know this person. I've actually met Conda in person. And here's what gets me, okay? I met Conda before any of the episodes aired. None of them had been aired yet. So nobody knew what was going to be shown. You never know what's going to be put out there. She told me and Court and a couple of people we were there, she was going to be the villain this year. Like they were going to, she was the mean one this season, and we all laughed it off like yeah, because every season they might have a mini villain, your Hebas or your Tracy, who I love by the way, or Melissa, you got your but never in a million years would I have thought Conda was Conda. I mean the Anaconda, and she's beyond a villain. And I just got to keep it real because I'm gonna be one that always keeps it 100 with you. That girl is just flat out mean, and I don't know what else to say, Conda. I'm sure you're gonna see this, but hey, girl, I was on there. I know the cameras. Yeah, you can cut and paste, but they can only show what we give them. And some of that stuff I seen last night was by far the, and I don't care what he did or what he said, but when you're at the beach and you're talking about, oh, what's he doing behind me? I should back kick him or whatnot. Girl, Adrian, I'm gonna give it up to you, bro. Because I already know we can't be the angry black man on TV. Trust me, bro. I already know. So I understand why you had to keep it calm. But that, to me, that was the rudest. That's beyond. That's you owe that man a personal public apology. Both you and Kim. I will say this, Kim, you didn't say a lot of it. You weren't doing the, but you're feeding into that. And the red team, the other thing I gotta say about the red team, where's the leadership? I only seen one old Nancy, the girl y'all booted off. She was the only one that stood up and said, hey, this is just flat out 8th grade middle school meanness. And that's what you girls were. You all were just straight up mean. And there's nothing to sugarcoat that about it, And you can say, oh, the cameras, they only show. I know, girl. I've been there, Trust me. They can only show what you give them. It ain't like they're making stuff up or, they're cutting it. I mean, it was flat out clear. You mumbling. You want to, you should kick him. I mean, that's some evil, mean stuff. Period. You acting like an 8th grade little schoolgirl, and I mean, and that's I'm gonna leave it at that, okay? Because now I kind of feel bad for you, hun, because this whole journey we're on, being on the show, getting off the show. I mean, that's just the beginning of everything. Because now you got to live once you come off, and I'm real worried about, I hope you go there and I hope you're real successful and you come back a dime piece and, you're at your goal weight. But then you got to maintain that. And then you got to work, live outside of that. And I just fear that the way you're being, way you're coming across, I'm not even going to see portrayed because it's just the way you're coming across that I've never seen somebody have a dislike page that has almost as many people as their fan page. And I worry, I ain't gonna lie, I worry how that's gonna affect you after the show, or how it's affecting you now. So, you know, man, I feel for you because it's like I met you and I've been trying to stick up for you, but man, that's just mean. That's just mean. And Kim, you way too damn grown to be falling into that. And I think a lot of us are gonna give you the age thing. Oh, you're immature and you're blah blah blah. But hey, girl, you a mama. Sometimes you just gotta grow up. And Kim, you way too old to be feeding into all that mess. And I give Adrian props for for at least trying to stay under the radar, at least on camera. I don't know what y'all was doing in the house, and maybe you was, hopefully, I ain't gonna lie, hopefully you was giving her as much as she was giving you, because man, I don't know how I couldn't handle that. I mean, or one of my anyways, I'll keep it there. But I'm trying to keep it 100. But Adrian, I will say this, bro, that was the worst possible time you could have said anything is during that deliberation. Sometimes you do just got to keep the mouth shut. But so what if you said you work 14 hours a day? Come on, what they trying to say is that's bullshit, and I'm telling you that's bullshit. You ain't working out no 14 hours a day, for real. And that's just what they were saying. But that's no reason to hate you or want to kick you or be so mean and rude to you. Period. That ain't a good enough excuse for me. But let's keep it 100. You ain't working out no 14 hours a day. Nobody work out 14 hours a day. I mean, come on, let's keep it 100. But again, that's such a mute, small point that in no way gives them any right to treat you the way they did. I mean, period. I mean, but you did, saying that at the deliberations, that was just the wrong, that was just the wrong, that was bad timing. That was bad timing, bro. As far as weight loss, let me. I heard a little inside scoop. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that they're down to real 7-day weigh-ins. So that can be a real indicator on why the numbers may be so low. And honestly, I think that's kind of a good thing, because it gives you guys out there a more realistic view of what's going on. I mean, it's normal for somebody to lose 2, 3, 4 pounds a week working the way they are. So don't get caught up on some of that low numbers, what it may look like. Because if they're doing true 7-day weigh-ins, okay, then that's understandable. Still, 300+ pound person, 7-day weigh-in, 1 pound, bro. I hope to God you bank some weight, because you don't weigh in until the day before. I mean, you weigh in the morning before you film. So I'm praying that you bank some weight, because you worked all week to know how much they hated you, because you gone. And so I pray that you bank some weight. I mean, if you didn't bank no weight, man, I'm gonna be 100. If you didn't bank no weight, then your trainer is responsible. There's no way, knowing how much they hate you, he had to, hopefully he had to give you a little heads up. You got immunity. You and your sister both got immunity. If you guys both do it, you're washing it, so no team's getting an advantage. But as much as they hate you, bro, and they can try to say they don't hate you, but it ain't maybe hate. They don't hate you. You're just the outsider, and you're going to be the one that goes. It's just the way it is. Let me take back the word hate. They don't hate you. Well, at least some of them don't hate you. But you is going to be the one to go. We all know that. And if you don't know that, you're a fool. So I pray to God that you bank some weight, because, let's face it, you and your sister are the big targets out there. I know. That's how I got eliminated. I got moved over to another team where they weren't going to vote somebody out over me. So, it doesn't matter how much they like you. You're part of you're not coming into that initial team. And that's the hard part. But that also should make you know that you got to be there for you, bro. And you almost got to go John on him. I didn't like some of John's attitude last season. Really, just a little bit I didn't really like. But I'll give this man, that boy busted his butt. He worked hard. He knew if he fell below the line anyway, if they gave him any chance to send him home, he was going home. And he just didn't let it happen. And that's what you got to do, man. That's what you got to do. So I'm praying that you bank some weight. Take it from somebody who knows. I probably made the biggest mistake ever one of the biggest blunders in Biggest Loser history. Who eats all them chocolates, switches the team up, and then has to tell on themselves? Come on, Arthur. Oh, anyways, I'm just joking, y'all. So I guess that's really all I had to say about last night's episode, because there ain't a whole lot positive, and it's hard as a past contestant to see the fans, really reacting to the show. I've never seen so much negativity on the boards or in my inboxes and my fellow contestants. People are just really upset at the conduct and the way these people are, and you can't say portrayed. I'm not gonna blame the show and the producers, because they can only show what they give you. They can only show you what you're giving them, and there just hasn't been a whole lot that you're giving them. And let's face it, we all try to deny it, but we all like to watch a train wreck, and that's kind of what we're watching, man. We're watching a train wreck. I just hope it doesn't take away the focus. I want to give a couple of shout outs to a couple of the girls. The original purple girl, I can't remember what her name is. See that, and that's what's so upsetting, is because I even met her. I met her with the other girl. She's quietly on Bob's team. She's quietly killing it. There's a couple of people out there that are quietly killing it, doing real good jobs, but that negativity is taking such a focus away. And you can't blame the show. They got to show that, but it's taking such it's that negativity is just destroying the show. So, I hope you see this, Conda, and I hope there's nothing you can do to change how you've been portrayed. But come out there, and ain't nothing wrong with saying sorry, because you owe that boy an apology. You and Kim both owe that boy an apology, period. Because there's nothing brass or cocky someone could say, and that deserves for them to be treated the way you did. And that's bottom line what it comes down to. You didn't like how he came in brash and cocky. You didn't like the fact that he probably fibbed about working out 14 hours a day, and that in no way excuses the way you were treating him, period. That was literally high school bully type stuff. And I hope the red team, Santa, Roy, I thought you would be one that would, maybe step in and take a little leadership, as being the elder. I was glad to see Nancy step in, and there is about no right or wrong. It's just about somebody taking some leadership on that team and saying, hey, we can't have this petty high school, we can't have this, So I hope the red team does this, and y'all, come together as a team, because that's just wrong. But I'm not getting the feeling that's happening. I get a feeling we're in store for a different season of Biggest Loser, and I just hope it's not one we all regret. All right, y'all. I said enough. I better get off here before I get myself in trouble. But you know me, I gotta keep it 100. Peace, y'all.